Hey, John Legend. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on the show today.
Hey, it's great to be here.
We are talking with Mr. EGOT himself because a John Legend Christmas tour is coming to the Live Casino and Hotel in Hanover, Maryland on December 21st. I believe we're the last stop of the tour, right? So you saving the best for us, grand
Of
finale here?
course I am. Always for the DMV. I can't wait to come back. I truly have some of my best shows in that area, and I'm excited to be back. I love playing there.
It's going to be awesome. Now, how's it going to work? I guess it's like a four-piece band with you, I saw, and you'll be performing songs off your 2018 Christmas album, A Legendary Christmas. So are you playing it start to finish or just sort of, plucking out some of your favorites?
I'm playing with my band and our backup vocalist, so it'll be me plus four rhythm section and our lovely lady singing vocals, and it's going to be quite a fun experience. We'll definitely be doing songs from Legendary Christmas, also from the deluxe version of the album, which we added a few more cuts to. But I never got to tour with that deluxe version because I've been doing the voice as a coach for every season lately.
Now, tease a couple of the songs that we won't spoil the whole set list, but remind us what some of the famous Christmas carols that you're going to be playing.
Well, we do What Christmas Means to Me by Stevie Wonder. We do This Christmas by Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
We do, Silver Bells, My Favorite Things. And I wrote some original Christmas songs, Bring Me Love and You Deserve It All. Plus, we'll do a couple songs from my new children's album, My Favorite Dream. We'll do a few non-Christmas songs just to sprinkle them in there.
Yeah.
But mostly it'll be about, celebrating the holidays with folks and bringing people together for a good night.
I love it. I love it. Now, was Christmas always big for you growing up? Like, I know you have that December 28th, 1978 birthday. My wife's the same. She's a December 3rd. So, and she always deals with this. It's like, this is my birthday, and then we wait and do Christmas. Was there
Yes.
like that weird overlap for you growing up? Like, no,
Well, not
birthday
only
presents,
that, it's
Christmas
even
presents.
worse when you're after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. It's
Yeah.
like exactly the worst time because
That,
everybody's tired from the holidays. Everybody's gotten you a Christmas gift already, so they're like,
yeah.
combine your Christmas and your birthday gift. And then when you're a student, all your friends are gone for winter break,
True.
so nobody's around to celebrate it. It's not a great time to have a birthday. But I'm a proud Capricorn, so I guess I got to deal with that December 28th birthday. It's fine. But either way, we loved Christmas in my home, but also in my extended family. We would spend most of our Christmases at my paternal grandmother's house, and she would host it, and all the cousins and aunts and uncles would get together. We would play football during the day. We watch some basketball. We'd eat Christmas dinner, and then the most important part of the day was after dinner, we would gather around the piano and we would sing. So Christmas music has always been a huge part of the way my family bonded. And so I always wanted to make a Christmas album. And it really took me back to those days of us singing around the piano as young people with my grandmother and my cousins and aunts and uncles.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Capricorn. There used to be a Frank Capra corn for the holidays, and now you're the Capricorn for our family. The best I got, man. But hey, you're talking about you playing the piano as a kid. I think you started at 4 or something. But I'll never
Yeah.
forget. I'll never forget when you first arrived on the scene. What was it? Ordinary People. I was probably in
Yes.
college, man. But you win the
Well, this is the
Grammy,
20
several
it's
Grammy.
the 20-year anniversary
Yeah,
of Get Lifted
yeah,
and Ordinary People. So we're doing a big 20th anniversary edition of the album.
nice.
And there's a new remix of Ordinary People featuring Thames, a great Nigerian artist. And so I'm really excited to be celebrating that. And I will do Ordinary People at the show in Maryland.
Great. So we will hear some of the non-holiday hits as well. Great.
Yes,
So yes, I guess you won a couple Grammys, including Best New Artist when that came out.
yes.
But I think your first number one was All of Me, right, in 2013.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
only
know,
had one number one on the Hot 100, and it was All of Me. And that came, 10 years into my career.
yeah,
My first album came out in December of 2004, and All of Me became number one in the spring of 2014.
yeah.
So that was my one number one.
Well, you've had many more number ones in our hearts and our ears, but I wanted to mention that because I know it's obviously it was a love note to your wife Chrissy Teigen. You guys got
Uh-huh.
married, I think, what around that same time. So
Yeah,
what did it?
I will always, go back to that moment. And the first time I ever sang it live in front of an audience was at our wedding reception.
Oh wow,
So it will always be connected to that moment of us getting married. We just celebrated a big 10th anniversary. We went back uh, last year to exactly where we got married and did a big 10th anniversary celebration last September. And I sang the song again in front of all our family and friends, and we had a huge celebration. And so that song's always going to be connected to my wife, but also to the day we got married.
well, congratulations on the 10th anniversary.
Well,
That's
it's
a big
11 now. We
11
did the
now. Yeah.
Big 10 last year. Yeah.
Well, that's a big deal, and I love how
Yeah.
you've always woven, she's and your daughter Luna. I remember we're both in the music video for "Love Me Now." That's one of your catchiest songs. But
Yes.
does that one stand out to you when you get to do the like since it was a family effort, at
Oh
least the
yeah, that
video?
one. It's one of my biggest hits in my career, and it was right after Luna was born. That I was putting out that album. I wrote a song for her on that album, "Darkness and Light," and "Love Me Now" was the biggest song from it. And the same guy who shot the video for All of Me, who's also the same guy that introduced me to Chrissy in the first place, Nabil Elderkin, he directed the video for "Love Me Now," and that was the first video where Luna was a part of it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thanks for indulging me on hitting on some of your big, radio hits and stuff that you're
Uh-huh.
gonna sprinkle in at your show. But I am first and foremost a huge movie buff, so I have to praise you for Glory. You and Common doing that Oscar-winning tune for Ava DuVernay is one of the greatest filmmakers of all time already in my book.
We love
But
her.
the
We love
MLK
her.
biopic Selma, I guess 10th anniversary of that film now. Lots of anniversaries. But when you and Common sat down to put that together, I mean there was such hope. It was came out in the Obama administration. There was such hope and change back then. So try to drop us back time capsule of where you were in that juxtaposed to kind of now, and if you hear the song now.
Well, if you go back to what was happening during that time, there were also a lot of Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
protests in the
Trayvon had just
aftermath
happened.
of
Yeah.
Trayvon, but also in the aftermath of Michael Brown
Yeah.
being killed in Ferguson, Missouri. And, even in the lyric, Common referenced Ferguson because people were walking through Ferguson with their hands up. He said that in the lyric.
Yeah.
And that was in reaction to Michael Brown being murdered in the street there. And so we always wanted the song to be connected to Dr. King's legacy, but also bring it forward to what was happening in the present time as we were writing the song. And the thing I love about the song is it was inspired by Dr. King, but also by the people marching at the present time. And then it's in turn inspired a lot of people after it came out as they were marching. So, in subsequent years when people were protesting, when people were standing up for justice and for accountability, when it came to police violence, uh, they were using our song.
Yeah.
And I've always been so inspired by seeing that and knowing that our song is part of this ongoing struggle for justice and equality.
Yeah, it's an all timer in my book. Um,
Thank you.
and I gotta say, your other big role, I was with Ryan and Emma in La La Land. You play sort of
Yes.
the somewhat of an antagonistic character in
Uh-huh.
both.
I was like
But
sort of the villain. I was like a nice villain, but
kinda, yeah.
I was like a villain, yeah.
A lovable villain. But I was gonna say I was there backstage the night of that La La Land versus Moonlight, that whole gaff.
Yes.
It was insane. But yeah, memories for you real quick. What was that? That must have been insane in the actual auditorium. I was backstage, but you there.
Yeah. Oh, it was insane. We had no idea what was happening. We had been, winning at every other show, and so most people thought we were going to win Best Picture.
Yeah. I
And
think record number of nominations or
yeah, we
something.
had
Yeah.
lots of nominations. Emma had already won Best Actress,
Yeah.
and our composers had already won,
Yeah.
and everyone thought La La Land would probably win. And so, and I think Damien had already won Best Director as well.
Yeah.
So, they get the card and they were so confused, and everyone I think thought they were having like a senior moment because they were confused.
Yeah.
And eventually they said La La Land, but what really happened was they got the card for Best Actress, and it had
Yeah.
Emma's name on it and
Yeah.
La La Land as the film she
Yeah.
was in. So they're like, well, maybe we should just say La La Land because everybody thinks La
Yeah.
La Land's going to win, and Emma's name is here.
It-
But they were wrong. The winner was Moonlight, and I
Also a
love
masterpiece, by the way. That
it's a
movie's amazing.
beautiful, beautiful film, and I loved it, and I know a lot of the team behind it, the director,
Yeah.
and so I was genuinely happy for them. But it was a wild, wild moment to be on stage and think that your film won, and
Yeah.
then find out, no, 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 you did not.
Absolutely. Well, I've interviewed both Barry Jenkins of Moonlight and Damien Chazelle of La La Land since then.
Yes,
And they, two very different filmmakers in a lot of ways, but they both were kind of smiling that they'll forever be linked,
forever
from that
linked.
moment.
And bottom line is Moonlight was a beautiful film, and it was very deserving of the
Yeah.
Best Picture
Yeah.
award. And both of them have gone on to have wonderful careers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they both should be proud of all the work that they do.
Absolutely. Not to mention Ryan going on to be Just Ken and Barbie, and Emma's won yet another Oscar for Poor Things After
Oh
Love.
my
So,
God,
so they're
she's
all doing great.
incredible.
You're all
She's
doing great.
incredible. Yeah.
Well, before we run, I know we're tight on time, but I want to remind folks that you, like I said at the top, you are an EGOT yourself. I guess you got your Emmy for what? Producing Jesus Christ Superstar Live on NBC, a dozen or so probably Grammys for your music, Oscar for
I have
Selma. Like,
exactly a dozen.
yeah, exactly. Well, they got. Well, don't cut it off there. You can keep going. But
Well, I'm nominated for three more for
yeah,
next year's Grammys,
yeah.
and I had my first nomination in the children's album category because I created a children's album called My Favorite Dream. So we'll see what happens with that.
Best of luck with that. Yeah, so that's the E and lots of G's, and then the O was Oscar was Selma, and then a Tony for co-producing August Wilson's Jitney, that awesome play cycle that August Wilson did.
Yes.
So yeah, well, I guess so. Let's wrap with so you've mastered all of the mediums, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. You're versatile as hell. What's it? I guess in the final seconds, we'll go back to what you teased at the top. But judging The Voice since 2019, I mean, getting to enter everyone's living rooms, all generations. Everyone's parents and grandparents watch it and
Yes.
DVR it or whatever. But yeah, like how rewarding has that been to, after all your accomplishments, to give back to the next generation of artists?
Well, I love being a coach on The Voice. Like you said, we have such reach. All generations, everywhere I go, people tell me how much they watch the show, and so that it means a lot to a lot of people. And I think people love the purity of the show. The show is really about celebrating great artists and great artistry, and giving them the opportunity to be seen and heard in ways that they may not have been able to have otherwise. And so I love being on the show. I love working with these artists. They inspire me. They teach me new things. They keep me motivated and inspired and challenged as I'm trying to motivate and inspire and challenge them at the same time. So it's quite a joy for me to do the show, and I'm looking forward to coming back for season 27. I'll be on the air in early February with Kelsey Ballerini, and the return of Adam Levine, and Michael Bublé will be back for his second season. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm really grateful to be a part of the show, and to have such a wonderful time with these new artists, and also just being in everyone's living rooms, just celebrating music.
It's gonna be awesome. Final seconds as we tee up your Christmas tour. What was growing up or is now your favorite Christmas movie or TV special? Well, whatever. What was like you every year you had to watch?
Well, does Coming to America count as a Christmas movie? Because
I
there's
mean, in
definitely
a way,
Christmas
there's snow
scenes in it.
falling. Yeah.
Christmas scenes in it. And I feel like we watched that one a lot as a family. Like we would just repeat watch it whenever like the family was over. And I feel like I'm gonna count Coming to America as a Christmas film that I love.
What is it with these 1988 movies like Die Hard and Coming to America? Now everyone's like they're Christmas movies. Damn it.
Well, there's enough Christmas moments in it,
Yeah.
and and I feel like the family like
Yeah.
bonding that a lot of
Yeah.
families had over Coming to America makes it even more Christmassy.
We'll count it. We'll count it. All right. Where is the spoon? Aha. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it, John Legend. Everyone, check out John Legend Christmas at the Live Casino Hotel in Maryland, December 21st. Final stop of the tour. So let it all hang out.
It's gonna be the best night. Saving the best for last.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You are a legend, literally. So thank you so much.
Thank you.